When Ricky moved to a new city, he immediately felt emptiness. The streets were unfamiliar, the faces around him, strange, and the evenings dragged on painfully long. To fill the silence, he decided to do something he had long thought about: get a dog. At the shelter, his gaze stopped on a black Labrador. The dog's name was Ray. In the dog's eyes, Ricky saw both weariness and strength. He didn't hesitate for long. He signed the papers and took him home. From the very first day, nothing went as Ricky had imagined. Ray didn't obey, didn't respond to his name, avoided the new bed, and even approached his food without much enthusiasm. For 2 weeks Ricky waited patiently. He arranged a cozy corner for the dog with toys passed on from the shelter and carefully kept an envelope, a letter from Ray's former owner. He dared to read it only when despair became unbearable. The handwriting was confident, but the lines were filled with sadness. "If you're reading this, it means my dog is now with you. His name is Ray, but he might not respond to it. He feels when something changes and doesn't always trust right away. He likes balls, especially when there are several of them. He knows the commands, sit, come, and a couple of others. Please, be patient." Then came the words that made Ricky's heart ache. To be honest, his real name is Tank. I named him after my mechanic friend who died in service. But I left him at the shelter as Ray. It was easier for me to let go that way. I'm leaving for Iraq. If I can, I'll come back. If not, please take care of him. He deserves love. At the bottom, there was a note: if you learned this too late, it means I didn't return. Ricky's chest tightened. At the shelter they had told him that the former owner had been killed in action. Now everything made sense. Ricky sank to his knees beside the dog and whispered softly, "Tank." The Labrador lifted his head, and for the first time, recognition flickered in his eyes. He stepped closer, rested his muzzle on Ricky's knees, and sighed gently, as if in relief. The next day Ricky went out into the yard with 3 balls. He threw one, and Tank dashed after it with joy. Then, just as the letter had said, he gathered all 3 and returned, proudly clutching them. Ricky laughed, and it seemed the dog was smiling too. From that moment on, they became family. Ricky understood. Sometimes, to build a new life, you have to listen to the past. And Tank, having lost one master, found another. Both were given a chance to start over.